Good morning, everyone. I'm here to do your What's Cracking for Sunday the 30th of December. I hope you're all well, that you enjoyed your Christmas or your break or whatever it meant for you. I'd like to say thank you to those who've subscribed to my channel and to those who've gone over and subscribed to my Facebook page too, which is pretty awesome. I'm hoping that as the new year gets here, I'll put a competition up for you so that you have a chance to win a free YouTube reading. I have been doing giveaways on my page for a really long time, and I've had my page for a really long time, but it's grown a lot since I've done my YouTube channel, so thank you so much for that. Thank you to those who've ordered readings from me. I love to do your readings. I do have a number on the table, and I'm going to finish them today, get them all up to date again before the new year. If you are interested in personal readings, best to look under the weekly videos because I put all the details under there. The daily ones I do before I go to work, and I don't always have time to do the updates on those, so rather than not get them done. I think that's everything. I'm using the Handsome Roberts deck this morning. I'm a little bit addicted to the Pagan Tarot, so I'm trying to make sure I don't keep going back to it. And I have a couple of other decks I want to get up and running too, so I will in time. This deck is all over the place, so just excuse me. I don't usually read reversals, but I generally get the energy from the cards, so if it's going to be something that's not positive, I can usually feel it. But the Magician has come out here first, and we haven't really seen him a lot lately. But what I do know is a lot of people who are really coming to terms with learning to walk in their truth, or, you know, some people call it the 5D. I'm trying to think. There's a whole breadth and width of names to call the energy of the spiritual world. I've always been told by Spirit it's about walking in your truth. Now, sometimes people think that that's about being honest, but it's not about, well, it's always about being honest, but this is more about you living the life you were meant to lead and being able to get rid of the conditioning you've grown to accustomed to, your ego basically. So what I've found lately is a lot of people who've been working with that are able to manifest more easily. It appears to me that there's some connection between the grounding of yourself in your truth and being able to manifest. So it's lovely to see the Magician coming out there, because that says to me that people going into the new year are finding manifestation comes more easily to them. Okay, so the first card we have out here is Temperance, which is exactly what I'm just talking about. So this is about balancing yourself out and about living in your true self. This is about having balance in all areas of your life, feeling very, very comfortable with the person you were meant to be, not the person the person wearing the mask of the ego. So Temperance to me is also about divine timing. It's about knowing that you've got, you know, the spiritual side behind you all the time, pushing you to do what you're here to do, like guiding you on your spiritual path. Okay, then we have the Eight of Swords coming out here, and I've seen this card a lot in the last few days. It came up a lot in the weekly reads. Now, what that says to me is, at the moment, there's a lot of people still finding this process of awakening or moving on to a different, I'm going to say different aspect of your life. It's not really an aspect, it's not an attitude, it's nothing like that, but it's just about, you know, being able to be true to who you really are. And I feel like there's a lot of people out there that are having difficulty with this at the moment and moving forward. For some of you, this could be about, you know, once you start to become aware and awaken, all of a sudden the relationships you have with people aren't quite the same anymore, because you start to see their truth as well. So it's almost like waking yourself up helps you to see how other people are in the world. Okay, then we have the Four of Rods. So this is about building stability for yourself, having a stable foundation to move forward. For some of you, it looks as though for some of you this can be about relationship problems and worries. But you are coming out of it and you are manifesting something new. There we go. Because we have the Karma card here, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is about the universe sort of turning things now in your favor. And I really feel this with the Magician. It's almost like, yes, it's been really hard dealing with these changes, whatever changes you're going through. They have been very difficult to deal with, and maybe you have felt a little bit like putting a blindfold on and ignoring them, but the universe won't let you ignore them for too long. It's sort of like, if you don't do it by yourself, the Tower comes in and does it for you. So if you're not listening to what you're supposed to be doing, unfortunately, it's like Spirit will try to wake you up in some way, shape or form. So that could be, you know, having a relationship that breaks down, you know, having a, you know, a loss of some kind. And we're not talking dreadful loss or death or murder or anything like that. Sometimes it's just an epiphany that sort of peels back another layer to expose you to the truth. Okay, and we also have the Justice card here. So we have a lot of karma coming up here with this Magician. A lot around what I'm talking about. And I can get in really deep with you, but then people will say, oh, you're spending too long on the cards. So this is definitely a karmic time for everyone here, without any doubt. Everybody's been brought into this space where they can manifest for themselves. Okay, so we have the Hanged Man here as well. A lot of major arcanas here. So we have four major arcanas here out of 6 cards. This is about taking that time out. So, you know, when people start to do their healing, I think that for some people they think it's sort of like going to be, you know, a couple of Reiki sessions and they'll be fine. But in my experience and from a personal perspective, I feel like every time I tear back a layer, I'm given another layer to work on. So for me, the process has been many, many years trying to sort of get to where I need to be. And every time I get to a certain space, then, you know, Spirit will work with me to get the next leveling up done. So I do this. I have time out. I spend time by myself. I love being by myself anyway, which makes me sound really antisocial, but I just adore people and love people. But I really do need the solitude to work through stuff. So I am a little bit sort of 50% hermit, which is great. That's who I am. Okay, so we have the Page of Pentacles coming through here. So there's some sort of offer coming through here. Some sort of message, could be somebody asking for forgiveness, but this is about karma too. I always see this Page of Pentacles as being karmic, and I think you would have heard me say that many times. It seems to come up when something's coming back to you that you need to deal with. You know, sometimes this can be about family arguments, about leaving people without saying things. So the whole idea of ghosting and all those sort of things. Okay, so then we have a Knight of Pentacles. So this person's going to be quite determined. They're not going to settle for being rejected here. They definitely want to come in and offer you something. Could be work, could be work, could be job, could be relationship, could be family. But there's somebody here coming to put karma right. Something that's happened here that needs to be, I guess, evened out for the universe to see how to work with this. Now I have a really strong sense of you know, leveling out the playing field here, and then I get the 6 of Pentacles. So this is definitely about making things right here. I'm just going to have a bit of a recap and give you the messages before I move on, because I feel like this is really important for some people. Now I do think that there are people here who maybe, you know, maybe let people go in their life, let situations go. Whatever you've done here is something you've let go that you need to put right now, or the other person needs to put right with you. This is definitely about karma and bringing some sort of gift to you. And when I say gift, we can be talking as in, you know, something that they need to say to you to put things right. So this can be an apology. It's not about a relationship in terms of a romantic relationship here. I don't have any cups. So this is just about the genuineness of people needing to put things right here. So it could be about family members. It could be about situations you've been in where you feel that, you know, you've been wrongly used or wrongly, I can't think of the word, wrongly, where you haven't been treated right. How about that? And definitely this feeling that this has to be put right now. So some of you will get some messages It could be, say, for example, if you applied for a job in the past and you felt you should have got the job and you had everything it needed to have, but then you didn't get the job and you feel sort of ripped off by that, thinking, well, I had everything, I did everything right. This may be somebody coming back to offer you that job again. That's the sort of karma I'm talking about. So if you've had a fight or argument with a family member and they've just decided not to speak to you anymore, there's this turning round of this energy for them to come in and do something to balance this out again. Because you're lacking stability here. And I guess why this is when you know something in your life's not quite right, but you're not able to do anything about it yourself. It's that horrible feeling of not having closure. And I know that we're supposed to be able to get on without closure, but it's really hard, let's face it. You want people to come in and say, look, I'm really sorry I did you over, but, at the time this was happening, that was happening, and I probably didn't realise it hurt you, whatever it is. But this is what this is here. So we have a Queen of Swords at the front here. So this, for some of you, this is definitely about an apology, without any doubt whatsoever. Could be you're dealing with a Libra, Aquarius or Gemini. Could be an earth sign. Could be Libra. Yeah, there's a couple of cards of Libra here. So it might be a Libra you're dealing with, but I just feel this is more about, getting things evened out again. Talking to people, communicating about what went wrong. And even if you decide not to ever have anything to do with this person again, even if it's a family member and you choose to cut them out, which is okay too, it's not about that. It's about you having, like, the justice served on that. That's too many cards, Spirit. I'm not taking that many. Okay, this one. And it says if you believe. So I guess there might be some people here today who are thinking somebody's done wrong in some way, shape or form, and they'll never come back to apologise. And I'm here to tell you that this year is about straightening out the things that haven't gone right before. This is about putting everything right this year. So there you go. Have a wonderful day.